Are you ready for an emergency, especially in the wintertime? This happened in sleet. It's worse than snow, it's worse than rain, it's icy rain, and it's a pain in the keister. This is the donut, which is the spare for this Odyssey, and I never check the pressure. Is that a good idea? Once or twice a year, you should definitely check the pressure on it. 2 miles away from home, flat tire. I mean, a flat tire. Can't fill it, can't run it. Going on this spare. So I'm going to go through a list of, especially in the wintertime, just in case something like this happens. You know, by the way, make sure that you go out on any trip, even if it's only 2 miles away, with gloves, hat, a coat that's visible, because you never know when an emergency is going to happen. Before doing anything with tires, find your parking brake and push it on. You can tell when it clicks in place. Once the repaired tire is back on the car and you're good to go, remove that parking brake. You don't want to drive with the parking brake on. Here's an important tip I wanted to point out. Most, if not all, cars have a ridge or a hard point behind the wheel or in front of each wheel if it's in the back where you put the jack. You might see right here where my son put the jack in the wrong place, and so we moved it to here, and that will keep it from moving around. When removing your flat tire, this is no longer flat, you want to do counterclockwise or in this direction, and you want to do a star pattern. So you want to start here, then you want to loosen this one, then you want to loosen this one, this one, this one. Kind of like the stars you used to draw when you were a kid. Get them all loose. Make sure that the tire is sitting flat on the ground. Sometimes tires will spin if there's not enough friction there. And then once they're all loose, you can jack it up a little higher and then finish taking them off by hand. Once you put the tire that's been repaired back on, it's the star pattern again. Try to lift up the jack just enough so that you can pass the tire underneath. Then you want to hand tighten all of these lugs, and then clockwise or in a right turn direction this way. So this goes in this direction for tightening up the tire. And you do the star pattern. You do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Just wanted to point that out because a lot of people don't necessarily know that. I went with my gut, and I'm glad that I did, because look, if I would have driven on this donut, I would have had just more problems. So even though it felt full, it wasn't. You got to be really careful with donuts, and you definitely have to fill them with air. I mean, look at that. Here's the spare you saw earlier. It goes up to 60 PSI. I'm only taking it up to 50 for 2 reasons. 1, because that's all this portable pump does. And 2, it's 19 years old. I don't even know if I want to trust it on the road. When I swapped out the flat tire, I put it on the car, took the tire home since I was only 2 miles away. You could do the repair that I did inside the garage outside. It would be less convenient. I've used this tire repair kit twice now, repaired 2 tires. I'll post it down below, as well as this pump and all the other things I talk about. It's not as hard to patch a tire as you might think. And once you do a couple, you're pretty good at it. One pro tip these thinner strips, it makes more sense to use those than the thicker ones. The most tire repairs, and even if it's not permanent, which it should be, because the 2 tires I've repaired, they're rock solid now. Get you to where you need to go, and then you can do a permanent repair if you don't do such a good job. There's a ton of people that have repaired tires with a kit like this, so I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm talking more about the things you need. This tire repair kit, and I've had a lot of portable pumps, but this is one of the best ones I've had. And it comes in a bag. You can pump up more than just tires with it if you have accessory kit, or pump up everything else, and then a charger. Just like the tire, you want to check this one before you go on any big trip. And even if you're not going on a big trip, you want to periodically check this, because I noticed that after a couple months, the charge goes down. So, how you could have this up front, charge it in any of the outlets. It's a USB-C charger. You're ready for anything that might come your way. Another quick tip on this, you want to make sure that the extension here tightened down to the base. Otherwise, you're just not going to get enough pressure going into the tire. Since my one spare tire was flat, I figured I'd check them all. This is in my Explorer. Fortunately, the stem is on this side. It's reading 13.5 pounds. Even though this tire appears to be inflated, it's not. So we're gonna bring this up to at least 50 pounds. Now it's at 50, it's not 60, and this is a 6-year-old tire, so I probably would take it up to 60. It's good for now, but you would go to a gas station or something like that and use their pump. Hopefully you can get up to 60 on that. When you fill this up, make sure that you're standing far away, because 60 PSI is a lot on the tire, and you want to make sure that if this thing blows for some reason, you're not anywhere near where the pressure is. The tire is fixed, and now you're better prepared for roadside emergency. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of solutions to things that happen in life, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what kind of solutions and tips you're gonna see.